Good morning, chicks and chickens. Welcome back to Old Man Farm. My name is Sid, as always. We are a day in the past. Or are we? Were we a day in the future? Who knows? Somebody call Michael J. Fox. Okay, so it's Pika's birthday, so I have to go up to Ridgeside, see him. I'd really like to try to get the cow field finished. What do we have? Brisket! Alright, some bread and veg on it. There we go. Okay, so for real though, I would like to try and get the cow done today. We'll see if it happens. As long as it's done by the beginning of spring, we're fine. So that's why I haven't been pushing it too hard. But I would like to get it done. But we definitely need to hop up and see Pika. He's a nice guy. I like him. Okay, let's see what we got here. I don't usually give out my recipes, but since you've been such a sweetheart to George and I've written this one down for you. Thanks, Evelyn. Some rice pudding. What an Evelyn thing to teach us how to make. Oh, I did not age that wine. I should have done. Okay, well, we will do that later. Do we have anything going on in the hothouse? Well, we have that one single star fruit that I always forget to pick. So let's go ahead and get that done. So, yeah, we're through the ding-dang Eaton holiday. And now we're into the holiday here in America where people trample other human beings so that they can get a TV. So, you know, just another day in paradise. I myself am actually at work when this episode releases. I'm actually recording this before Thanksgiving dinner. So I don't quite know how any of it went, but I'm sure it was fine. I can say that at this point, I am already just so tired. But I think that's because I went over to my mom's for like a Thanksgiving breakfast, and because, you know, my parents are divorced, my partner's parents are divorced, each of my brothers have significant others' parents to go to. It's just, there are so many What? Oh, okay. There are so many Thanksgivings going on that we did just a breakfast burrito, kind of build your own breakfast burrito bar, as alliterative and also quite delicious. I am perpetually on the quest for the crispiest potato, and so my one request was that we made sure that there was hash browns, crispy crowns, home fries, some form of sliced, diced, fried potato. And yeah, so I just had that, and you know, some cheese and some like there's a specific type of gravy in the U.S. I always just refer to it as like breakfast gravy. I don't know what you'd actually call it, but if you've had it, you know what I mean. It's essentially like milk, flour, and lots of black pepper. That's pretty much it. I put that on there, and then an obscene amount of hot sauce. I had 3 different types. I had scorpion pepper, habanero. Oh, we left Grover, and jalapeno, all for different flavors and spice levels. And yeah, I went whole hog on it. So it was great. I love breakfast burritos, but I'm pretty full. My brother's girlfriend actually made homemade tortillas, and so I slammed a couple of those as well. It was awesome. I enjoyed it. Definitely this is the first time we've done something like that for a holiday, and I have to say I could get behind breakfast burrito bar as a new family Thanksgiving tradition. You wouldn't hear me be upset. But anyway, like I said, on to Black Friday. I do not go out for Black Friday. Mostly just on, and again, no shade to you if you do, but there is not a single thing on this planet I want to buy so badly that I could even stand to be out in that craziness. And I don't know. I kind of hate it just from a fundamental level. So I just stay out of it. I stay home. Again, if that's your bag, I'm not yucking your yum, but it is not my bag. I went one time, and I hated it. I hated it aggressively. Excuse me, sir. Really? We can't get through people? Oh, we just have to wait for them to run past us. Okay. It's the robot. Hello. Kenneth's robot. Buzz, buzz, bzat, pain. Oh. Kenneth, I think your robot has gained sentience. I'm not sure what that's all about. Oh, man. So, yeah, like I said, I'm doing this between Thanksgiving feasts here. But I did look at my YouTube Studio app, and as of recording this, we are at 499 subscribers. We are so close to that elusive 500. You know, I don't have anything special planned for it. It's just a milestone that I've hyped myself up for. Hey, you know what? Since Pika's a chef, let's give him some corn. You remember my birthday. Thank you. This is great. You're great, Pika. Thank you for feeding your community. And in a way that people seem to really enjoy. We'll give everyone a gift, though. Not to undermine your birthday, Pika. You got fresh food. Everyone else is getting cloth. Here you go, Paige. Oh my, I can't thank you enough. I said Paige. Her name is Faye. That's a real bastardization. Oh my god. Bastardization. There we go. Oh my, that right there is the content that gets you 500 subs. Okay, so. Oh, got some more people. Here you go, everyone. Now, let's go ahead and get this farm, our crop field done. Oh, what happened? Oh, nice, we're getting a Pika event because of that. You have to be careful when you cook, Kiahi. Oh, he's angry. You're lucky you only got a small burn on your hand. It could have been a lot worse, you know. Dad, I'm sorry. I was in a hurry to go play. I'm just glad you're okay, son. Be more careful next time. Oh, didn't see you there. Said, really? You walked right past me. I'm sorry, but if you were going to the shop, I won't be there for a while. Corin's there taking care of things, though. I have to take my son down to Pelican Town for a burn. Seems Paula's out right now. Hiya, Sid. Look at my hand. Isn't it super gross looking? Jeez. Oh, what am I gonna do with you, you little rascal? Anyway, we're off, Sid. Take care. Gotta get a happy picture for the thumbnail. So, you know, funny story. I was making dinner last night. This would have been the day before Thanksgiving. And we just had, this was a request, was spaghetti with vodka sauce. And, obviously I made some bread, and, I wanted to have some broccoli with it, some, like oven roasted broccoli. So we did, and, my boy came down, and he goes through spats where he really wants to help me cook, which I think is great. But we're working on knife skills specifically, and obviously I stress to him more than anything to make sure that you have your skills. You know, worry about accuracy. Now, speed will come. You know what I mean? I stress that to him. Oh, you know what? I think we made the stomach a little high here. So, and the other thing is, I don't give him, you know, like, I don't start him with a paring knife or anything. He uses a full, you know, kitchen knife, like a full-size chef's knife to do everything, because to me, I think that it's important. It's like, for instance, say you were learning guitar, right? And you came to me and you're like, I want to learn guitar, and you're, you know, 8 years old. Well, a lot of people might say, you know, okay, we'll get you a child-sized guitar. I disagree. I say that you should just learn on the full-size guitar,
because it might be easier for your hands on a smaller guitar, but to play something in the actual right register of notes, for a smaller guitar, you have to change the positioning. So you might have the fingers in the right spot, but you're actually hitting the wrong notes. I mean, and again, I don't know. What do I know? Oh, yeah, Jeff has things to say about it. But I go with the same idea with learning to cook. You know, I'm not going to teach you a small skillet and a child-sized knife, you know, Babby's first knife. I'm not going to do that. You know, again, if that's what you do, go for it. 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 1 second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's about right. Okay. But yes, I teach him with a full-size chef's knife. And I look over because, you know, I took my eyes off him for 1 second to go stir the sauce. He's standing, you know, 3 feet away from me. And he is over there, and I wish I could, like, illustrate this to you in person, but he has the knife, you know, because I taught him. Okay, with broccoli specifically, you just sort of, that doesn't look right. With broccoli specifically, you know, you put it on the board, and he cuts with his right hand, so he has the knife in his right hand, and he has the broccoli in his left. And I said, you don't move the knife. The knife always cuts downward, and you move the broccoli to match where your knife needs it to be. You know what I mean? You work in that way. And I look over, and he has this knife facing like almost horizontal away from him. You know, at least he had the wherewithal not to point it towards him. But yeah, he has this knife just like pointing like away from him, like towards the wall. And I'm like, hey, whoa, calm down, put that down. Let's just, you know, just put the knife down for a second. Let's think about what we're doing. And I told him, I was like, you know, in that case, yeah, you were cutting away from you, but you don't have control, you know. And also, I'm especially lately, I have been trying to be very big with him about, you know, saying, you know, you were given a direction and follow it. If you have questions as to why the direction was given in that way, then please ask, but don't just disregard a direction until you understand why it was put forth the way it was, right? So, yeah, long story short, he ended up doing fine, but I had to teach him. You know, and I think a lot of it with him specifically is that he has been taught up till now that, you know what, I want to shorten up the udders just a bit. That's a sentence I never thought I'd say. Up until now, he's been taught, I've been trying to teach him mostly to keep the point of the knife on the board. Because I think in general it's a good practice when you're learning, especially for like a child. Keep the point of the knife, because he mostly like helps me chop celery, carrots, things like that. Things that you can rock the knife up and down with. But with broccoli, obviously you can't trim it off the off the stalk that way. So you have to actually pick your knife up. But I made it a point to tell him, you know, knife always cuts downward. We're not going to cut away from ourselves or you know, upward, some fancy, you know, something. So maybe that was a little bit of the confusion for him. But either way, he did very well. And yeah, so this reminds me of Kiahi with the burns, because I'm sure that's next. I have no room to talk on either. And you know, that's the thing. I have no room to talk because I have so many cuts from, you know, holding my knife in some stupid way. Look, it actually looks like a cow's face. You know what? I'm gonna hoe it out here. I said hoe it out, not up. Thank you. I'm gonna hoe it out real quick so you can sort of see the actual muzzle of the cow. It's gonna be nice. Look at that. Aw, we're gonna plant flowers for its nose, little pink flowers. So, anyway, I have plenty of cuts. You know, I chopped a huge portion of the end of my left thumb off.
just from not listening to, you know, proper knife skills. I was going too fast for the level of skill that I possessed at the time, you know, and here we are. But, oh hell, what was I saying? I forget what I was saying. Oh, the burns, yes. I have a lot of burns. You know, and I know when we get to the point that he's actually, because right now he just helps me with prep. He does not do any of the, doesn't do any hot work yet. And, so I know it'll come. I know it'll happen, that once he starts working on the stove itself, he'll be burning himself, and, you know, hey, well, you figure it out. And with working in a kitchen, you know, in the sense of Kiahi, you know, not so much my actual child, but in the Kiahi sense here, you know, you're gonna get burns. You work in a kitchen. It's practically part of the uniform, you know. So yeah, I don't know. It's funny that scenario was brought up, because that's actually happened recently for me. But anyway, our cow's looking good, right? I think he looks pretty nice. I'm sort of just doing the hoeing here for something to sort of, so you can see what it'll kind of look like. Now, I don't think it's not going to be fully planted. Come spring, we're not going to have every single portion of this, you know, set and ready. I am curious, can we can. So, I can plant in the udders. I can plant, what do you call that? I can plant some more flowers to make it, matching, to make it have, sorry, I was very confused there. Yeah, I can plant the same flowers so that it will match the pink of the nose. I think that'll be pretty cool. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and get to side. Get to side, get inside. I've mumbled enough. We do have a few things to do here, though. There. And I would check our weather, but it's kind of a moot point, isn't it? It's winter. Weather, doesn't really matter. There we go. Oh, and you know what? Yeah, I've got time. Let's run this down. Well, I might have time. Ollie, or is that Monroe or Ollie? It's so difficult for me to tell if it's Monroe or Ollie when they're sleeping and they're not next to each other, because the biggest difference in their model is just honestly their size. So, okay. All right, everyone, let's go ahead and get to bed. I'd apologize for the rambling nature of today, but you know what? I think at this point, you guys are just gluttons for punishment. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get to bed. And now that the holidays are over, hopefully we can all breathe a sigh of relief. Go back to the stresses of normal life, which I am ready to do. But thank you guys for watching. Be good to each other. I will talk to you tomorrow. Good night.